Hi, welcome to Real Talk on Relationships with Riana Milne. How are you? Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. It is Sunday, May 14th, and we are here to celebrate Mom's Day. And there's so much I want to say about this, but just a brief introduction. Every Sunday is Facebook Live, and I know I missed a couple of Sundays. I've been traveling and learning some amazing things out with Lisa Sachovich in San Diego, and I hired her as my coach mentor, and I'm very excited to start with her soon. And I always bring information from these great amazing coaches that I study, and however I can help my clients. I'm so pro education that I bring you whatever information I can to help you have the love of the life that you love and the relationship that you deserve. And every Sunday I'm here at 7:30. So if you need me in any way before that time, always reach out to me at rianamilne.com or rianamilne@gmail.com. And if you don't know already, I do offer a free Life and Love coaching strategy session for those of you that have not had that yet, that might be going through a difficult transition in life and you need some advice. So I'm there to do that. You can sign up at my website, rianamilne.com. So I am a worldwide life, love, and relationship coach. I'm a best-selling author of my 2 books, Live and Love Beyond Your Dreams, that you can find in Barnes & Noble and online in both paperback and ebook formats. And my practice is Therapy by the Sea, located in Delray Beach. But I do coach around the world by Skype. And I really, really love working with my coaching clients in all these different amazing places. And if you're on with me tonight, please sign on and say hello so that I know you're here with me. It will just make me feel safe and secure that I know that you guys are here. I just finished taping the TV docuseries, Radical Dating, Finding Lasting Love Over 40, with 4 other wonderful coaches from RCI, where I trained in coaching. That's Relationship Coaching International. And my phenomenal coaching client was Scott, and he is in a beautiful 5 or 6 month relationship now, and I'm so happy that he's happy. It's funny, I talk about Mother's Day, and in so many ways I feel like sometimes I mother and become the mom of my clients. And sometimes that reparenting is necessary. Oh, Anna Marie, happy Mother's Day. You just signed on. Thanks for being with me. And I love working with my clients. It gives me such joy and satisfaction to see them grow and learn that over 6 months that I'm working with them, we have such a fond relationship. And for my younger clients, I feel like a mom in a lot of ways. I have several girls in that are about my daughter's age. And just to see them grow to be happy and find amazing love in their life and just become more joyful about everything in their life just makes me so excited. Like I'm a mom to many people out there, and it makes me feel really, really happy. It's my most cherished role. And tonight's program, very unscripted. It's going out to my 2 fabulous and amazing daughters, Alexi Panos Davis Smiles. Her partner is Preston Smiles. That's his stage name. Preston Davis is his birth name. And Lexi and Preston just married in July. So I have my beautiful new son-in-law, Preston. And many of you know Preston and Lexi are out there changing the world with their beautiful personal transformation messages. And my other fabulous daughter, Stefana Panis Farrell, with her great husband and my son-in-law, Charles. And they have my 2 grandsons, Logan and Simon. So this Mother's Day message goes out to them and my extended family, all the Farrells. Tom is like, is Charles's dad, like a brother to me, and gives me such love and support. And Catalina, a message to her who has passed away, and like a sister to me, and her memory will always be cherished and loved on especially Mother's Day, but always. Fabulous mom and grandmom to the Farrells. And to my sisters, Bobby, who helped me with an emergency situation, and her husband Mike today. They were up here and we had Mother's Day dinner together. That's why I'm a little late signing on. The restaurants were crazy busy, as you all know. And my sister Lori Milne and Robin Milne Terrell out in California area. and all the aunts and grandmothers. And I work with so many guys that are dads that mother their kids. So I want to give a major shout out to the dads and the uncles and the grandfather, like Tom Farrell, who helps mother my grandsons, Logan and Simon. He's the best grandpa, dad, mom to the grandkids, helping out Stefana. And Steph gets Mother of the Year award in my book. So phenomenal in how she parents my grandsons. And I look back remembering how I parented my girls. And if there's moms on the line or dads who are moms, I want to mention the Better Baby Institute and the Doman Method of Education, because I used this when my daughters were very young. And my girls were reading by 2 and 3 years old. So by the time they went to kindergarten, they were reading a lot of the Sesame Street books and Dr. Seuss books that they knew by heart and could read due to the Doman Method of Education. And I read about this. Steph will be 35 in August. And I was at 35 and 36. Oh my God, they're getting so old. I can't believe it. But I read about that when I was pregnant with Stefana. And I didn't mean to use my kids as guinea pigs or science experiments, but I did the whole Doman Method of Education in reading and math, and also in behavioral, where I use the STAR chart when they're young, and when they get older, it's called the allowance chart. And it's a fabulous tool for teaching your kids life skills. And sometimes they say daughters are very needy. My daughters were incredibly worldly, intelligent, on their own by 19 years old, didn't ask me ever for a dime. And they were able to support themselves in every way and with confidence. They never seemed anxious or fearful. They were determined. They used a watch me attitude that I teach about in Live Beyond Your Dreams. But I have to equate it back to what I learned many years ago by the Doman Method of Education. So if there are young parents out there, just look it up. This is located outside of Philadelphia in a town called Wynwood, if it's still there. But now, of course, everything's online. I grew up and had my girls in Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania for a while, so I could go to the store and buy the supplies I needed. But Alexia exempted 11th grade. She went from 10th to 12th grade in Atlantic City High School, and both Steph and Alexia ended up, straight A students. Stefana got a lot of scholarships in English and writing, a phenomenal writer. Lexi also came into writing even recently. Her books are now in Barnes & Noble. So the way you parent your kids, moms and dads, the first 6-7 years are so essential to teach them confidence and self-esteem and to be worldly. I wanted to make sure my kids traveled. At the time, we were living in Erie, PA, and I wanted to make sure they saw the world. So, I took them to Greece because they're half Greek, and I wanted them to know their culture. And Hawaii and New Orleans and New York and France, the south of France, and Paris. And I wanted them to see a beautiful big world with all these fabulous cultures, and that people were so beautiful and nice all over the world. And I wanted them to have that self-esteem to do and take off and travel and live the lives that they dreamed. And when I look at Alexi's life, she started in modeling and then went into TV and was very successful there, and has she sings on 3 multi-platinum CDs, and now she's speaking around the world. So she's been to more countries than I could ever be. Her and Preston now doing this together as husband and wife, such a beautiful thing, reaching so many lives and helping to change the world. And of course she has her charity Epic, Everyday People Initiating Change, where she's put I think it's 12 or 13 water wells now in Tanzania, Africa, with her best friend Tennille Amor, who's like another daughter to me. Love you, T. And then Stefana always wanted to be the wife and mother, but she became very accomplished at JetBlue as a supervisor and wrote for them, and an incredible mom. So I dedicate this program today to my children, and yesterday I really needed them. And it's so amazing when the children turn around and parent the parents. And, we've become such good friends. And they were just always there for me. And yeah, I'm a little teary because Guys, the time you invest in your children as parents all through their life, even if you're a single mom, because I was a single mom raising my girls at 4 and 5, and that was not easy at all. There was a time Stefana had moved on and Alexi and I became homeless. And I wasn't taken in by anyone. I had a boyfriend at the time. He didn't offer to take me in. Nobody took me in, but my neighbor took us in. And of course, I offered to pay rent, and I was so eternally grateful. But Lexi and I didn't complain. We got our plan in place. She got the record deal. I moved her up to Edgewater, New Jersey. I finished out as a therapist at Atlanticare in New Jersey. And we made it together. And it was okay. We had each other, and we were strong. And I think about these things that we've been through. And yesterday when I needed them, they were there for me too. And I'm just so grateful. And, you know, you never will be sorry for the time and love and dedication you give to your children. Never. They are the most biggest blessing and gifts to me. And I also want to give a dedication to Catalina, Charles's mom, who's such a beautiful spirit, who passed away. And I hope I'm grandmothering our beautiful grandsons as she would want me to, because she was such a beautiful grandma. And of course, to my mother, who passed away about a year ago, February 17th, 2016. All my friends and family, we fondly call her Bev, because that just fit her, you know. Bev was tough. She was smart. She was valedictorian at her college when very few people went to college back then. And she taught us to be strong and have a great work ethic. Our 5 kids, I'm 4th out of 5. And no matter what happened, what hardships happened in our life, we were tough and we were strong, and we could get centered and focus and go with plan B or C or D. And that toughness that wasn't always easy to grow up with mom being a little critical. You know, I would beg for a compliment sometimes, but it's okay, because I was able to mother myself sometimes when I needed that self-soothing. And my friends like Anna Marie and Sybil and Eva, who I had brunch with today, and Robin, all moms, all beautiful people who mothered their daughters so perfectly, and sons. And, you know, my mom was just a beautiful soul. She lived for her kids. You know, and I see things that I do that I know would make my mother very proud. And now Stefana is doing things that I see my mother would have done, that I've done, that I did to raise Steph. And now she is raising her son so perfectly, so absolutely perfectly, with such love and devotion. And those kids are so smart, you know. So she's doing some of the teaching methods that I taught her. So it's so cool to see the generations, and we have to look to our moms and our grandmoms and our aunts that were such beautiful souls. I remember my Aunt Buddy, Emily, and my Aunt Gaby, who were amazing artistic women, as was my grandmother Milne, my father's mom. Very artsy, very creative, very chill, down-to-earth, cool women. Tough women, kind of tomboysy in a way, and I see myself and Alexi, you know, in those aunts roles in a way. So it's, think back to your own generation and how, you know, your mother and your grandmother helped shape your life. And if you're not, your moms aren't here with you today, or your grandmoms that might have made such a difference in your life, give a shout out in a prayer. You know, you can always pray. They hear you. I totally believe in the afterlife. My mom actually does present herself to me in my home, and even in my town home that I rented before I bought my house. Spirits have presented to me a lot in the past. If you're a spiritual person, presenting of spirits is very common. And my mom presents quite often. I'm laying in bed and the lights go on, or I'm thinking of her and the fan goes on. Right after her passing, my razor plate went on, very weird. And it's like, I asked a question once, it's like, Mom, did you do this? And all of a sudden the razor goes on. It's like, Mom, that was like really cool. So yes, you know, your moms are with you. They're in your heart, your soul, your spirit, your DNA, your makeup, everything. And I still always, you know, live my life in a way that I want my mom to be proud of me.
and when the tough times come, she's still proud of me. And there was a situation that happened Friday, and my mom was with me, and my daughters were with me. And, I'm just so blessed. And Bobby was with me today, my sister. So I'm just so very blessed of the women in my life. So, I know some of my coaching clients are struggling with their moms. And one of the most important concepts I teach within my spirituality of coaching is the importance of forgiveness. Because kids didn't come with instruction books, right? I know I made plenty of mistakes with my kids, but they still turned out so amazing because my heart was there, and I always tried, and they always knew how much I loved them, and I would sacrifice so much to make sure that they were okay. But think back and try to forgive the mistakes your moms have made, and hold on really tight to those cherished memories of what she did well. And forgive the rest. Let the rest go. As I teach my clients, you choose to live in the light or in the dark, like the yin-yang symbol. When you live in the light, this is where peace and love and happiness and forgiveness and passion and all beautiful things are living in the light. And the dark side is anger, revenge, jealousy, control, nastiness, manipulation, lying, scheming. Again, our parents aren't perfect, and think back to when they were children. Did they grow up with any trauma? Did they grow up with hardship? My mom was a depression baby. So she died at 93. She was born in 1925. So if you think about that, those moms in that era had a very, very hard life. There wasn't much there. They all grew up working. My mother worked very hard for her father. But she was successful and got a full scholarship to college, and then became valedictorian. So she was a smart cookie, and she wanted her kids to be sharp and smart, and that's how she raised us. So, I didn't hear the words "I love you" from her when I was growing up. And even though I was fourth out of 5 children, I was the first child to have her natural born grandchildren. Stefana was her first. And childbirth was hard. Like, if you're moms, you know how hard it was out there, right? So, I called her and I said, thank you for having me. This is hard. You had 5 kids. Like, thank you so much. And Mom, I really love you. And she paused and she said, yeah, me too. And that was as close as she got. And I said, you know what? I'm going to teach her to say, I love you. So I kept saying every call, Mom, I love you. I love you. And then she finally said, I love you too. And I dropped the phone. I'm like, oh my God, I finally taught her at 24 years old how to tell me she loved me. So, and she became more mellow and softer in her older years and easily said the words, I love you. I'd call her real quick for something. She goes, well, I love you. And I'm like, yeah, Ma, I love you too. Because she was so fast to say it once that ice was broken. And I asked her why. It's like, Mom, why didn't you tell us when we were kids those words, I love you? And she says, well, I never heard them. I wasn't used to that. We weren't allowed to have a lot of affection. At times were tough. We just had to be hard and strong and get the family through survival. And, so you have to think about what was your mom's and dad's normal when they were growing up. And all they know is what they were demonstrated. So they parent you in the same way. The only way you break that stigma, and this is what I was determined to do when I had children, is I wanted to become the mom that I always wanted. So I was rarely critical of my children. I was very complimentary. I believed in their dreams. I remember Lexi one time, she was 5 years old watching TV and the Save the Children commercial. Do you know which one I mean? With the children in Africa who were struggling and the families. And she goes, Mom, one day I'm going to go save those kids, because it's Save the Children commercial. Donate, $10 a month and you feed a child. And I said, baby, I know you will, with the utmost conviction. And at 20, she went to Tanzania, Africa. I was scared to death of her mom, but I would never hold her back. And she went and she found they needed water, and she has put in these water wells with her best friend, Tennille, with Epic. So, believe in your kids' dreams. Don't tell them it's silly or stupid. Tell them, yes, you can. You can do anything you dream of. So when kids grow up this way, now Lexi's teaching around the world. She wouldn't have herself held back in any way. She believed I can be a singer, and she's on 3 multi-platinum TVs. Well, I want a TV career. She was on 2 shows on HGTV. So it's like my girls with this positive motivational attitude I talk about in my parenting chapter in my book, Live Beyond Your Dreams. It's all about raising confident, secure children that dream their dream and go for it without hesitation, without fear, without second doubting themselves at all. And when you see your children, and again, my kids are older now, their birthdays are August and September, so they're gonna be 34, 35. And when they helped me yesterday, we had a conference call for 2 hours yesterday. And I said, it's so cool when the children become the parents. And I turned to them. And I was in my Unity Church today and had my little Mother's Day program. And I love the saying on the front. It's, she speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction is on her tongue. And it's from Proverbs 31:26 from my Unity Spiritual Church. And I thought, I did do that for 34, 35 years for my kids, and now they turn around and they do it for me. And that is like the most beautiful blessing in the world. So if your moms aren't with you today, say a special prayer in your meditation to her love and give her thanks. And believe me, she hears it in her afterlife. And if she is with you today, it's not about the present. Like the best present my girls could have given to me yesterday was time. 2 hours of their most valuable time. Lexi was in a conference. She travels all over. Stefana is busy with her children, and Charles watched the kids so she could give me time and attention. And that was the most beautiful gift, their time and their love and their dedication. And the 3 of us, I always said it's the 3 of us girls, you know, and they were always there for me. So your mom was always there for you too. She might have made a lot of mistakes, but give her like a little slack, guys, because no kid came with instruction manual. And they love you in the way that they know how. And like with my mom, I forgave her years ago for not being able to say I love you or not getting those hugs and kisses before bed, because she never got that. So she parented what was normal. And in coaching, we talk about that. And I said, if you did not have a very good upbringing with mom or dad, become that parent you always wanted to have. And when you become that, that's so healing for you. It's the most beautiful feeling ever. So think about that. And to the dads that are out there, and I have Jerry on there and Dimitri with me tonight. So nice of you to tune in, guys. I'm hoping you're having a beautiful day. You know, I know you parent too. So, you know, parent your friends, parent kids that are friends, you know, from your friends, mentor a child. There's Lori, my sister. Hey, Laura, happy Mother's Day. Lori's an amazing, amazing mom too. Oh my God, my nephews, JT and Troy, they're like the sons I never had because I had 2 daughters. Now I have grandsons. But JT's getting married in August, and I'm so blessed that they asked me to be their minister for their wedding, which is so important to me. It's going to be like marrying my son. Oh my God. I'm like, if I get through it without crying, it'll be amazing. So I married my nephew Ryan as well, another beautiful son of Bobby, who is my nephew, but like a son to me. And like as our family grows and they marry and they take on their spouses, it's like family is just really, guys, to be cherished. It's the most beautiful, amazing thing in my world. So, you know, moms, thank you for all of you do. You dads who parent, thank you for all of that you do. Continue to be a mentor to the world. Share that mother love with everyone you meet, whether it's friends, other kids that need help in parenting. My clients, like I said, sometimes I mother and help reparent them. And, you know, several of them reached out to me today and wished me happy Mother's Day. And my younger kid, you know, clients I call Sweetie and Hun, because, you know, I have this motherly role with them. And I feel so cherished that they trusted me for 6 months to be in their life and to share light with them and make them feel special and important and know that they have so much to share, so much inner light to give to the world. So I thank my clients for being with me and allowing me to be that mom sometimes, because my kids don't live here in Delray Beach. You know, they're one's in Orlando, one's floating around the world, and Lexi and Preston, no matter, I don't know where they are. And my sons-in-laws, oh my God, Preston and Charles, love you guys. Can't wait, you know, for more grandbabies to enter my life. Hint, Preston and Lexi. And I know that'll be coming soon. So cherish Mother's Day, but keep that feeling about, if you are a mom, how to mother forever. In your heart, every day should be Mother's Day. And for you kids that have moms, you know, remember all the special things they taught us and forgive the rest. Forgive the tough times. And Lori's on the phone. I was talking about Bev, Laura. I knew you'd appreciate the stories about Mom. And we do miss her. And although she was tough, man, she had a heart of gold. And we knew us kids came first, no doubt. And she cherished her grandkids and then the great-grandchildren. So, like I said, today's show is for all the mothers who I love in my life, my friends, my sisters, my clients, and my mom, my aunts, my grandparents, my grandmoms who have passed on, and especially to my amazing, fabulous daughters, my Alexi and my Stefana. And like I said, this is very off the cuff Facebook Live tonight, but I did want to get on and share a happy Mother's Day to you guys, all of you, and always remember how special you are. I'm Riana Milne. This is Real Talk on Relationships, Facebook Live, Sunday night, 7:30. And if I can help any of you out there who has not met me yet, I do free Skype love and life strategy sessions. If I can help you out, especially if you're anyone suffering from any childhood trauma, there is a way out of your pain. Let me help you. That is my passion and my commitment to you and my life. God bless and have a beautiful evening. Take care.